Hey everybody, Brogar here. We're going to be looking at the SMLE today in terms of how it stacks up as an assault class weapon and how good it is at murking mofos. Overall, I've really enjoyed using the SMLE. It's been a really kind of cool weapon to use because of how strong it is at medium range and how fast you can shoot it. You can shoot it really, really quick. And if you're a good shot, it's like 1, 2, 3, dead. 1, 2, 3, dead. And it kind of feels a little overpowered at first until you start to get into those close range engagements where you realize, oh, I don't got trash for hip fire, and this guy's got 20 more bullets in his magazine than I do in my clip. Metrics for assault weapon efficacy rating that I'm going to be talking about are 1, kill potential, or how much you can kill over time. 2, multi-kill potential, which is how good a gun is at stringing kills together, which is really, really relevant for assault class weapons. And that also directly relates to reload frequency or time spent reloading. That's also going to be something that we talk about. Number 3 is efficacy at different ranges. So is it pretty decent at everything? Is it really good at one range? How does it stack up in terms of that? And then number 4, efficacy for making assault maneuvers and capping. At the end of the day, what we want to do with a weapon that is for the assault class is make assaults, cap points, get good, look sexy. So for now, I will be talking about the damage, accuracy, hip fire, control, rate of fire for this weapon. In terms of how well it does, it's really relevant that it's a single shot rifle, and for a single shot rifle, it's got a pretty damn good rate of fire. You can tap this thing really fast, and if you're a good shot, you're gonna take somebody down in terms of the TTK very, very quickly. It doesn't do any automatic crazy switching mode stuff, but it's a pretty fast gun if you got a pretty fast finger. In terms of its damage for an assault weapon, it's pretty solid. You can take people down in 2 to 3 shots, body shots. If you get a headshot in there, it's usually 2 shots wherever. In terms of its accuracy, it blows most assault weapons out of the water. It's very, very accurate. If you know how to point and click heads, you're gonna get rewarded for hitting your shots with this gun big time. Hip fire, obviously it's not that good. It's a longer rifle, and in terms of hip fire, it's not going to be like some of these automatic or shorter weapons at close range. Control, pretty good in terms of sway. I honestly, personally, don't feel much challenge in regards to recoil or in regards to weapon sway, things like that. I haven't really noticed it with this gun. So in terms of kill potential and pretty much killing over time, I'm giving it a 2 out of 3 gold stars, and that is because if you're good at clicking and shooting on bad guys at medium range with this gun, it is going to be a cakewalk racking up frags for you. So in terms of its shortcomings regarding kill potential, I would say the number 1 reason for it is 1, it's hard to push close range point blank range enemies, that especially if they're working with an automatic weapon. And 2, in terms of being able to kill as many enemies in a short period of time, like the murderer that you are, it is a little bit challenging because of the fact that you have to reload so much. There's 10 rounds in the magazine, and we'll talk about that in point 2. So I'm going to give this 2 out of 3 stars when it comes to its kill potential, but be aware, in the right hands, this thing is freaking lethal. Multi-kill potential and how that relates with reload frequency. You need to be able to string together multiple kills when you're capping a point in order to not get refragged as soon as you take one guy down, so you can actually sit on that point and cap it for as long as possible. Really important. So in terms of SMLE, I'm going to give it a knock against it because you got 10 bullets to work with on this gun. You better be pretty damn good with a sidearm if they're going to be walking up on you trying to blap you after you take down their homie. So you need to make sure you're very good at maintaining good angles for your capping so that if somebody else shows up from a pretty expected spot, you can get out of there so that you can reload and have just that 2-3 seconds that you really need in order to be able to engage again after that. But at the end of the day, if there's 1 or 2, 3, 4 people that are coming in at you at at a point that you're trying to cap, you need to be able to string those kills together sometimes and make a sweet play for that sweet montage you've been working on. And I don't know if the SMLE is going to give you that opportunity unless you're hitting bangers and shooting people in the face the whole time. The efficacy of the gun at short, medium, long range. Short range, SMLE is okay in the right hands, but it is never going to be an SCG-44, and it's never going to be a Stormgewehr 1-5 or a Tommy gun. It doesn't have a fully automatic mode on it, and it doesn't have enough bullets to be an absolute machine that can just hip fire and blast away anybody in the door. So it's not very good at short range. Medium range, it's nutty. If you're good at pointing and clicking, you're going to take people down super fast, because it's just not that hard to do with this gun at medium range. So very good at medium range. Long range, again, if you're good at pointing and clicking, you're going to get some frags that will surprise you with this gun. You know, we're talking 100 plus meter range, something like that. So I would say decent enough at long range to be respectable as an assault weapon, and very good at medium range, and okay at short range, but we're only talking maybe one target at a time. You got to be pretty solid at doing those 180 flick shots in order to keep yourself alive in those situations. Last is the efficacy for making assault maneuvers and capping. This gun is really good at supporting other people making assault maneuvers and capping. You can hold that 30 to 50 meter mark and cover the entry points on a point that your teammates are capping, and easily cover people as they're getting pushed by enemies who are trying to defend a point. It's not going to be as good when you're in that 10 meter, sub 10 meter range at this point, and somebody walks up on you with SCG-44. You're not going to be as good at capping a point if somebody's coming at you with automatic weapons. So I'm going to give this a 1 out of 3 for capping with this gun. Does it affect capping overall? Yeah, if you're good at shooting, you're going to make sure your teammates cap that point. Well, and I'm not saying you can't cap a point with a damn SMLE. That's not me. But in terms of you sticking on a point, let's say solo, and being able to string 3-4 kills together as people come around the corner and keep trying to take the point from you, this gun, you're going to be spending a lot more time reloading, one bullet at a time, unless you're putting an entire clip of 5 into the gun. So you spend time reloading, and that stuff is really relevant for when you're in the moment of need capping a point and somebody walks around the corner. So in terms of my experiences with the SMLE, I feel like I've been rewarded heavily by being a decent shot with it. I feel like I've hit, you can just, if somebody's out in the open, you just take them down. They're gone. If they didn't notice you, it's just so fast at taking somebody out, especially if you hit a headshot with it. So this gun is going to reward anybody who's pretty decent at shooting those medium long range shots. I would advocate not using a reflex sight on it. I think reflex sights are garbage. The reticle is way too big. The iron sights are actually perfectly fine. If you feel like putting a scope on it, cool, but you're going to decrease your opportunity window for being able to take people out in the sub 20 meter range, sub 15 meter range, because unless you're very good in a 3x scope or whatever. Generally speaking, I'd say iron sights on this gun, awesome. You can still hit long targets if you're a good shot, and it feels really smooth, no recoil. Like you can frag out with this gun. Fun rating, I'm actually going to give this a 3 out of 3. It might not be the best gun for being an assault class character, but when I'm feeling like I want to make assaults on targets that aren't like in a city or at really close ranges, and they're like out in a field or something weird, whatever, I think this gun is fantastic. But it's also just really fun to click and shoot. It's got nice sounds. The reloading, might take a little bit of time, but it's kind of cool. And in general, it just feels like a powerful weapon for a single fire rifle on the assault class. I feel like it's pretty strong, and in the right hands, it's an absolute beast. So for the specializations, I had originally started on the left and gone down the right and then back to the left, but after thinking about it for a hot minute, I realized that the most valuable thing here, to me at least as a player, is having a 20 round magazine. This extended magazine really changes the efficacy of this gun because you can start to change the impact of the gun in terms of stringing multiple kills together because you can just shoot more bullets. So I'm going with quick aim to ADS a little bit faster, enhanced grip for hip fire, but I don't give a shit about that. The real reason I'm getting the enhanced grip is so that I can just go straight to a 20 round mag. Easy peasy. This is a really relevant change for this weapon. And then in terms of recoil buffer or light and stock, I just went with the recoil buffer because I'm more interested in making this gun as good as possible at medium and long range. And the combination of an extended mag and less recoil is going to make my longer range shots a little bit saucier. So I'm probably going to pick up some more frags when it comes to those medium and medium long range shots. That's it for this video, guys. Hope this was helpful in helping you guys determine whether or not the SMLE is the right assault weapon for you guys. I have overall found it to be pretty effective and pretty good in the right hands. So let me know what kind of weapons you guys want to see me hit sooner than later in the comments below, and whether or not you want me to take a look at some other types of specific things like vehicles, aircraft, things like that. So thank you very much, guys. Take care. Enjoy Battlefield as much as I have been.